Hello everyone. So today we will implement the cookie dialog, such as cookie consent, cookie consent, banner, pop-up, or whatever, with the Google Analytics. So cookie consent pop-up and Google Analytics, and with the help of ChatGPT, right? So here I have ChatGPT. I used to help me. Hello, hello, helper. So okay, let's start. We write, I need a cookie contest pop-up connected to Google Analytics in HTML, JavaScript, one-page website. So here, what I would like to have the code of JavaScript, where I need to initialize the Google Analytics and send data to the Google for this cookie pop-up, and so on and so on. So here it works with the cookie, as I can see from the code, yeah, and it works with the cookie and Google Analytics. Data layer, push arguments, JS new date config. Okay, let's see. Cookie. So it does not seem to me it works with the Google Analytics from the code. Anyway, we will use this code because it's much faster than writing ourselves. So cookies JS. Okay, so what I put here, first of all, I need the Google Analytics, and it will be copied from the real Google Analytics platform by my friend, of the owner of this project. This is a very nice project about the project is about selling tokens, so that bitcoins and other coins, blockchain currencies. Okay, and what we need styles also. Let's see. Okay, we need styles. Let's see, it will be cookies. And better to put in one file, or even in compile into HTML file for better performance. But this page is very simple, no need to do this. It can be cached by browser, loaded very fast. Cookies. Okay, so here we need to change for the tracking code, for the real tracking code. Okay, we need to put some HTML, we copy from here. Okay, and put it here. And then what we need to copy this function, accept cookies. I better add events to the buttons, but it's also possible to do it this way. So we will see how it works. Non-block. So this function shows hides the cookies after we click accept button, and this button if not has accepted cookies, so we show this should run after the initialization of the page. So for example, this should run at event listener window at event listener load, and here we have function which must run init cookies. Let's see, we did it like this. I don't use yet Copilot, but many people use. I tried once, I didn't like it yet, so I use ChatGPT for some code. So okay, here we have accept cookies, and we need to see how it works. Yeah, here is the accept cookies, the banner, and we can inspect what we have in cookies right now. Application, cookies, nothing really, something. I don't know where it's take from, maybe from the YouTube or something. So I click accept and nothing happened. Okay, the error uncaught references accept cookies is not defined. Yeah, this is why I use event listeners because accept cookies where it's defined. Okay, I need to to install the script first. Okay, JS cookies JS. Okay, now it works. Okay, good. So, and if I refresh the page, I have already cookie probably in the application. Yeah, cookies consent and true. Now it should be invisible, but it's not hiding. We need to find out. This is the the most interesting part of debugging the ChatGPT code. So window at event listener load init cookies, it not accepted cookies, then show, otherwise it shouldn't be shown, right? And we can, I really like this. Let me show you this Chrome sources. I can add the index file and go, sorry, no, it's cookies. I can use cookies file and go here and refresh the page to debug the information. So yeah, we've got it here, right? So let's go. If not has accepted cookies, then show block. Okay, so by default, it means that by default the CSS is showing. So what we need to do is position display block by default, display block none. So by default it's not visible. Now it's not visible, and it will be shown only when there are no cookies yet. We go to application, delete cookie consent, and refresh the page. And now it's shown. Okay, so here we need to write more information. Of course, we can take it from other services. We can also ask ChatGPT to describe in details. Also, we can have such function with the required cookies, some other cookies like promotions cookies, I don't know, other type of cookies. There are a list of them, usually where you can uncheck them and save to make it work only with these cookies, to collect only this information from you. You can disagree, and so the application should not store the cookies. In fact, here this is the only one-page website. Here we only use cookies which are used by the Google Analytics and by YouTube and so on. So we need to write down here what cookies used by Google or by Google Analytics or by YouTube. So we ask, write me a description for the cookies consent banner about collecting data for YouTube video on the website and Google Analytics. I need this to show in as a message to the user. So that's the next thing, and also we need to understand Google Analytics consent mode. So consent mode in Google Analytics is not about showing the page or banner or something like this. Consent mode is about sending or communicating between the Google Analytics and consent type. Let's see. When you enable consent mode, Google measurement products ensure that a visitor consent mode state is preserved across the pages they visit. If consent is denied, tags that fire do not store cookies. Instead, they communicate a minimum information about user activity. Consent state and user activity are then communicated by sending the following types of cookieless pings or signals to the Google server. Consent state pings for Google Ads and floodlight tags communicate the default consent state that you have configured and the updated state when the visitor grants or denies consent for each consent type. So we can see consent type. So we need to add as options, such as ad storage, analytics storage, consent state, pings are sent from each, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so first of all, what we need is to utilize Google Analytics. So we can just show we use all the cookies, so you can accept or reject. Okay. We can copy. Okay, copy everything and put it here. And we need to make it work in HTML somehow, right? So like P paragraphs, so we style it. Okay, let's ask, convert this into HTML tags with paragraphs. So I do not really want to do this. And yeah, so this is the same, but in what I would like to use, right? And also with styling. So it really works for you. Very nice. If you know what you want to do in details. So I can do this without the help of the ChatGPT, but with the help I save a lot of time. That's it. So, and also we need accept cookies, and we need accept cookies, and we need decline cookies. Decline, accept, and name decline. So decline, and here I have decline function accept cookies and function decline cookies. I don't really use here the ChatGPT because I think I will spend more time by using the ChatGPT. And here I have set cookies. Okay, the same. But what I would like to use, so if node has accepted cookies, okay, it looks for the cookie consent true or false, right? False or true. Now it's only for true, but we need an option false or true. So here we said false or true. We look for this. If we find cookie consent, then we have it already clicked, and doesn't matter which button is clicked. Accept, okay, and decline. So buttons are very similar, so I don't really need to copy all the styles. I need to copy only few. I think background color. I think background color for this one, and for decline it should be like the red one. Okay. Okay. So the red one. So what we have another text, and we have another button. We need to, okay, we have this long text, contact us, privacy policy. Okay, it adds some information more. We have accept decline buttons, and I will make some styling. Its footer position, its bottom 10, 12, width 100%, over, okay, 100%, padding, and so on and so on. Box sizing, border box. It's easier to use padding then, and in the footer, display flex, justify content, okay, between. So, okay, now we have more than 100%. I don't know why. Okay. So 100% minus left and top, and right, left. Okay. It would be. So here we have our consent dialog box with the contact, with the privacy, and so on. We can make it smaller, bigger. We have no contacts, us, and privacy policy, and we should have this. Really, we should have this. So this is another task to add such information. It could be an email, and this could be another page just with the text. We have already accept and decline buttons. They are not aligned well. Why? Because we have no footer here, and we add footer here, and then we have this styling. Okay, so decline here, accept here. we can style it very easy. If we don't like here with this flexbox, I very like gap 30 pixels and let's see, space between okay, starts from the left side, or if it's right to left mode for the Arab people, it would be from the right side. So okay, accept, decline. This website uses blah 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 blah, accept, decline. So we need to find out, does it work with the decline. Refresh. Okay, it does work. And in the application, cookies consent value, empty value. Okay, so it doesn't say false or something like this really. It true. So I think it's string. Okay, true, false. Yeah, probably it would work like this, or 1 0. Then we no need to use as a string, but it will be stored as a string because this is cookie string, and it's not somehow automatically decoded into proper value. So cookie true, we delete this, accept. So now accept 1, and I don't see this message anymore. Okay, and oh, I deleted jar somehow, and decline, and I don't see cookies consent, and value is still 0, does not work. Wow. Set cookie value. Aha, if value. Oh, okay. I don't know why it's so complicated. I mean, the ChatGPT solution. Why did it like this? But anyway, it works. So, okay, it works. The only what we need to finish with is to send data, correct data, to the Google Analytics. So then Google Analytics know that it's denied or something like this. So it doesn't collect the information from the user. Consent settings, web additional sources, tag assistant. I don't really want to check everything. It takes a lot of time. Introduction.
Hello and welcome to the Google Analytics tutorial series. I'm Matt Landers, and in this tutorial, we're going to implement consent mode. So what is consent mode? About the behavior that they make on your website. All right, let's go. All right, we're on our demo website. You'll notice something new. We have our consent mode banner at the bottom. Now it says cookie settings, and we have 3 different settings that the user can choose. They can accept all the cookies, they can accept a selection, or reject all. Now by default, I have it denying everything, even necessary cookies, functionality, security, everything. So we can navigate around the site, and then we can go over to our analytics. And we'll notice we're in our real-time report here, but nothing is coming through, and nothing will come through because we've denied analytics the ability to store any information. Now what does happen that you don't see here is that anonymous pings are sent to analytics, which can be used in behavioral modeling. And that allows you to fill in the gaps of the people who accepted your cookies versus those who didn't, so you can get a better representation of what's actually happening on your website without compromising the user's privacy or security. Okay, so let's go ahead and accept all the cookies, and then we'll navigate around a little bit. And we'll go back over to analytics, and we should see that our hits start to come through here. And there they are. So we see that we've been to the home and about page, we have our session start, we have our users, everything is working now because we've accepted the cookies, and we are good to go. All right, let's jump back over to our site, and then let's dig into exactly how this is implemented and how you can get it on your site. All right, we're in Visual Studio Code, and we're on our layout component, which is a component that's run on every single page of our site. And that's important because we want to make sure that no matter what page the user lands on, maybe they got here from search, we want to set their default consent right away. So you'll notice that the script here at the top is run before our Google Tag Manager script. That way we go ahead and preload our default consent so that when the Tag Manager script loads, it already has that set. And here is how we set our default consent. We call gtag, and we set our different storage types to the value that we want. Right now, you'll notice all of these are set to denied, and I'll go through what each of these are. So we have our ad storage. This is related to Google Ads and what information it's allowed to store about the ad click or whatever might have happened. We also have analytics storage, so this will store things like the visitor.
So that's understood. What need to be set? So gtag, we write here. It should run before the Google script Okay, should run before the Google script. But after the Google G tag is loaded, I think won't work properly here, because this our script cookies depends on the Google Tag Manager and should be loaded when the library is loaded after this. So first of all, init cookies. So we show if nothing, right? And else, so I will do like this. We need to set gtag. Yeah. We need to set gtag consent default, and it should be denied or alert. I think so, right? Denied default. And consent mode. Yeah, he stores the consent mode for every option, so possible to check which options are denied and which are allowed. But we use the simple version here right now, and we just copy add storage, and let me see, add storage. Granted, or denied. Okay, it's storage. So we have has accepted cookies, right? Has accepted cookies, and we need the value. And I would like also use a local storage instead of the cookies, because there we can have the information and store information in JSON format also easily. For me, I think it's easily, but ChatGPT thinks that it's much easier to use cookies, but we can ask him to use also local storage. So I cannot see, like, besides the add storage. Okay. Yeah. And we check with his video. Yeah. So, okay. And we do like this. So this would be a variable which stores the current value if it's allowed or not, and get accepted cookies cookie consent. If this equals 1, then granted, otherwise denied. And get accepted cookies. Let's ask the ChatGPT, write a function get accepted cookies which returns the value of cookie contents in JavaScript. So it should be fast and easy. Okay. And here we have this function. Cookies split trim starts with contest length substring cookie value. Yeah, it seems so. And we will check in our HTML how it works. So it's my logos made for some projects. Okay, I'm also logo maker. Without ChatGPT, I like to make it myself. So let's go to the source of the, okay, what is there? Uncode reference check is not defined. Yeah, this is the problem because GTag is not defined. GTag is not defined. Init cookies when window is loaded. GTag. It should be here. What is in allowed? We check what is in allowed. It should be scope, the variable. Where is my variable? No. Call stack. Wow. Sometimes I get lost here. Yeah. So allowed denied. So in our case it's denied because it's 0, and it will send denied to the G tag. But the problem is that it's not initialized, but it should be on the server with the proper GTag ID. I did not set any GTag ID. And okay, here is now it's denied. And I would like to check if it's working with the accept. Here I have accept, I click, and next time I refresh the page, next time it should be, it's still allowed. Okay, then we can check what is returned by this function. 1 as a string return. Okay, was 1 as a string return. So let's check like this, and now it's granted. Okay, and check one more again with the denied. Decline. Oh, and we go to the sources and refresh, denied. So it works as it should be, and we will check with on the real website with the real tag manager ID how it works. Thank you for watching. It took a bit more than I expected, but anyway, sometimes it's much faster, and now I think it was faster than I would make it myself without the help of the ChatGPT. Thank you very much for watching, and if you are interested into implementing checkboxes and also more options, write me in the comments, and I think I can make a new video if this video get enough likes to provide you such information with ChatGPT.